morning, Stitch Roadies. Well, I have missed you. I've been very busy with a lot of whining because I can't use a straw, if you haven't heard. I thought it might have made the national news, but you know, with all the Olympics going on, I'm thinking maybe it was put on the back burner, but I continue not to be able to use a straw. So when I had lunch with Janine, and who's the owner of Acorns and Threads, and then Margaret, who is a stitcher extraordinaire and does a lot of the samples in the shop, and then Corey, who makes all those beautiful bags that you can purchase that are at the beginning of the shop when you walk in. Margaret asked for a straw for her water. I use a straw for my water, that's true. But, you know, I was a little taken aback at her insensitivity that I couldn't use a straw. Yeah, oh well, it's not always about me. I do occasionally like it to be about me, but it isn't always, obviously. But I'm not going to make you wait till the end of the video, so if you just want to see this first part and then scram. The announcement is that I realized that it's the Stitch Roadie anniversary on the 18th, and I think it's like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like 6 maybe. I'll have to check. But to celebrate, and I know many of you have been so kind in thanking a lot of the Flosstubers for the time that they take to do all of this stuff and revealing all of their angst. You know, I did have dental surgery a couple weeks ago. I get my stitches out on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, you don't want to hear about all that stuff. You want to know about the announcement. Okay, so for the Stitch Roadies anniversary, I have a $50 gift card. Notice the name is not in there on who gets this. $50 gift card to Acorns and Threads. Yes, you guessed it. And I will draw the winner on the 18th and announce it in the next video. So here's the deal. I want you just to, when you watch this video, to just click subscribe, because definitely I have received several comments of people who thought they were subscribed and clicked it and realized they weren't subscribed. So you need to be a subscriber to get in the pool for this. And also, it would be nice if you signed up for the newsletter for Acorns and Threads, because there are some fun things coming down the pike. Let me tell you, the exclusive that's going to be out here pretty soon this month is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I am definitely jumping on board for that. So, let's say if you're interested in the gift card, just say Acorns in your comment and hit that subscribe button. And then on the 18th, like I said, I'll, which is the actual day, I will use a random number generator, pick the winner, and then on that next YouTube video, I will announce that. Somebody's going to have a lot of fun. Yeah. But I've got a lot going on this week. I am heading over the river and through the woods to visit Colleen, who is one half of Stitching with the Sisterlies. Yes, we are invading her home. We are going to see what goes on there, because she does a whole lot of stitching and quilting. And yeah, I just kind of want to get a peek and maybe get influenced a little bit or enabled. Yes, maybe so. That's going to be so fun. And so I'm leaving, I believe we're leaving on Wednesday. And Cheryl, her sister, is driving because, you know, I had dental surgery, so I can't really drive. Don't tell Cheryl. Yeah. Oh, you know how it goes. Actually, it has not been that bad, except for I'm getting bored with my food. Yeah, G's been, he's a fabulous cook. Let me just say that. He's a fabulous cook. And he is trying all kinds of different things because I can only chew on this side of my mouth. And it can't be things with seeds or roughage or things that get stuck in your teeth on this side of the mouth. Do I sound a little whiny? Yeah, I'm kind of, I mean, I love tofu, but I'm bored with tofu. You know, I'm just bored with tofu. Yeah. So I'm used to my crunchy vegetables. Okay, I'm going to stop. Otherwise, I can feel myself getting a little whiny. I have been doing a lot and not what I necessarily had planned to do. I want to go over my book a days because I was kind of flabbergasted by it. You know, it's like I fell off the wagon a little bit, but the totals, when I totaled everything, because, you know, I have the dry erase board over in that side, and I write down my starts, my finishes, my fully finishes, and my whip list. Now, for those of you who might be who are in the know, for those of you who are new, my whip list is only those projects that were started previous to January 1st of this year. And I had 30-some whips started. I think it was 34. And I have finished a handful. And so as of August 1st, I now have 29 whips. Now, if I started something this year, that didn't go in the whip pile. That was the starts for this year. Those totals will not be totaled up till January 1st of 2025. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I can remember when I was 18 not thinking that, yeah, 2025? What? Yeah. So I now have my whip list down to 29. And if I look at January, did I make the whip list? No. Let's see. Yeah, it was like 34 whips that I started the year with. So now I'm down to 29. And as of August 1st, I have 29 starts for the year. I know some of you were like, get me a Valium. No, I had 29 starts so far this year. I have 21 finishes, though. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I've done a lot of starts and finishes and not a lot of whips, so I kind of want to readdress that or re-look at what's going on there. And I've only had 8 FFOs, and I started July 1st with 8 FFOs. So that means I have a pile of done projects but not fully finished, which means that I need to get a finishing day and get it done. Yeah. Now I use stars, so what I noticed was I had to go out and buy a new pack of stars, not because I used up all the stars, but I used up all the red stars, which are what I use to designate a start. So you see the red stars are next to new starts. There's a message in there. There's a message in there. Yeah. Yes, one needs to re-examine what is going on. I did have, so far this month, I have 2 finishes, and that's just because I got like crazy. So let's see what, okay, the Olympics. Every night, the Olympics. I might have tried to be an Olympian if I knew I would get food for life, a house and a car, and hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the gold medalists, that's what he's being given by his country. I'm not sure I could have gotten a gold medal. I wonder if the bronze medalist gets like maybe like an apartment to rent, or yeah, it makes you wonder. But I've been totally involved in the Olympics, not to the point where I'm recording it, and I kind of watch whatever's on in the evening. And the women's weightlifting, it was actually like a cringe moment, because I just knew they were going to get hurt. That cannot be good for your body. I mean, that straining and all of that, it was like crazy. But I wanted to do an Olympic stitch. And I found Thank You Deb on Instagram, who posted her finish of the Olympic stitch she did, because I fell in love and I drop kicked the one I was going to do and immediately went to Blackbird Designs free charts and copied that chart and did it. And then my friend Laura, who I stitch with at Acorns and Threads, charted out the rings for me, and so I finished my Olympic stitch. Is that not wonderful? So now, see, I have to FFO this. I haven't decided whether I want to make a pillow or a flat fold. I'm thinking a flat fold that I could hang up, or, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that was a nice finish, yeah. And, oh, let's see. Oh, stay tuned. I left one of my finishes over there. So just kind of, hang out for a minute. Okay, Holiday Hoopla. Such a fun little stitch, and I was all done except for his beard, and I had to get that fuzzy white thread from Acorns and Threads, and so he's done. And I already know what I'm going to do with him. I'm going to make him be the top of a wooden box, round box that I have. So that is in the plan. I have been going a little bit bonkers on Fat Quarter Shop stuff, and I know the book got sent out to the winner, and a whole bunch of us cross-stitchers are stitching whatever pillow we chose that was assigned to us for the Fat Quarter Shop, and I just love mine. I am doing it differently, though. So I am doing this. I just love those dancing skeletons. And I decided that I was going to do, and you can join this stitch along. It's a lot of fun. And it has quilts at the beginning of the book, but there's a whole bunch of different Halloween pillows, and they all are just so fun and would be great in a bowl. And so I changed my colors because I wanted to. Yeah. So I'm using this orange fabric, which means that where this purple is stitched, it was orange, but it wasn't going to show up because this is orange. So here I am. I am having a lot of fun with that. I don't know yet how I'm going to finish it, but that is in this Halloween Memories. Now, Kate was so sweet at Fat Quarter Shop because I told her my crafting, as Stitchy Witch calls it, her crafting burrow. Mine isn't a burrow, it's a hive, and it's called the Beehive. And so she sent me this kit. Absolutely adorable. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It came as a kit. It came in this absolutely precious bag. And it had a needle minder, a thread cutter, it had the fabric, the pattern, all the floss that was needed. And it's cross-stitched by It's So Emma, and you get the whole package from the Fat Quarter Shop. So it was 14 count fabric. Now, you know, I did do Aida back in the day, but in this latest jump in, because as you see all over the place in all these floss tubes, there are cross stitchers that have cross stitched for years and they quit, and then they came back, and then they took a break and did something else, and then they came back. Well, in my previous cross stitch life, I did Aida. In fact, I think that's all there was. But now I'm up to 56 count. Just saying. And what arrived in the kit was 14 count Aida. And I was going to switch it out. But the 14 count Aida has this very light honeycomb stamp on it. And I thought, boy, that's cute. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to do it on the 14 count Aida. This is what I'm telling you. This is a come to cross stitch moment for you. Sometimes you need a break. You know, when you're doing 56 count, 40 count, 32 count, and you get to do a 14 count Aida, it's like getting a glass of ice water after you've run a race. It's so non-taxing and enjoyable. I mean, I do still have to wear glasses because I'm legally blind in one eye, but I don't need a magnifier. And I thought, you know, every so often one has to do this just to, it's kind of like taking a little vacation. I'm telling you. And so I have been having fun with this 14 count Aida. And you can't really see you can kind of see the honeycomb print there. And that little cute needle minder came with it. So, yeah. Worth getting, because all of the stuff in the bag is so sweet. So sweet. So not to let you think that I've been just lazying around, I have my in Dot Goose bag, I love Denise, is my 12 minis. I'm doing this with Margaret and Julie at the shop, and I didn't start till March, and I didn't go back. I mean, I might try to pick up the other two before the end of the year, but I've just been doing one a month. And so last July's was that one right there. I love that. And it was easy. This is an easy stitch. and very satisfying because there's little chance that you won't get it done in a month. You know, just little chance. So now it's on to August. And what is August look like? Let's see. Oh, August is that one right there. Aren't they cute? Look at all of them. I was going to do them in a cube, but now I'm kind of liking the pillows. I don't know. It's like no one's the boss of me. I get to change my mind. I just am not sure. Now, one of our Stitcher friends that comes to, you know, Janine has several times during the month where anybody can just show up and stitch. And in one of the stitch days, like either it's first or third Thursday, or, you know, and plus there's Zooms out of the shop, which are run by Margaret. So that's, you know, I mean, you get that connection to other stitchers. And so Connie was stitching this, and we dubbed it Connie's birthday Sal. Yeah. And it's the Peacock by Cottage Garden Sampling. Margaret's already finished hers and is soon to be fully finishing it. I am still working away ever so nicely on the feathers, and I'm doing it with the called for fabric, called for floss, but I'm using 36 count tea set by Graham Cracker. Yeah, and I don't know what it is about the stitch. Right now, it is my absolute favorite stitch. There's something about the colors, and yeah, it's awesome. So that's my stitching. Oh yeah, and I just have to show you this. I have this in matte twist, made these boxes for holding threads, and these are the threads for the Halloween stitch along. So cool. But I told you in one of the previous videos that I really wanted to get some yellow Kohanas. And that's because I received this absolutely adorable scissor holder that was, I just thought it would be perfect for yellow Kohanas. And they were sold out on the site. Then my friend Julie told me that there was a special edition release of blue and yellow Kohanas for a short period of time. So I immediately jumped on and ordered them. And you can see why they were a must-have, because look at that. It's absolutely perfect, isn't it? But because they were a special edition, or a special release, I guess that's what it's called, it came with several other items in the package. And one was this little book that thinks they must think I'm going to design some cross stitch, which I am not. You know, I am not that brave. And so, you know, all you designers out there, you are brave. Yeah. And it came with this little canvas bag. And it can either be, you know, sitting at your table, it can be an Ort container, or you can flip this up and it can be just to hold your stuff, you know, when you're look at the back of that. Isn't that, so, you know, just look at that. Isn't that awesome? And then I can fit the little book in there. Oh my gosh. But on top of that, it came with this amazing little pin cushion and pins. Now, this is just a box to hold the pin cushion. So it's really weighted, but I love the way it looks in the box. So I've decided that cardboard box looks pretty darn good. I'm going to keep it in there. So that all came together, which was amazing. Amazing. Now I had, let's see, I did take some notes because, you know, I don't know about you, but whether it's that I feel like I'm busy all the time or I'm distracted all the time, but I can't remember diddly squat anymore. I almost said a bad word. Yesterday I met up with Margaret and a friend of mine from Arizona, Kathy. She, just to give you a backstory, when we used to have a little tiny home down in Arizona, we were in this park that was like in the middle of town. It was in the middle of town. And, you know, Arizona is so, Tucson, Arizona is so amazing because there are miles, I mean like 100 miles of bike path. We used to ride our bike all over town. You could walk on these trails. There were, you know, javelinas and cactus. It was just, I mean, I have such great memories. And at this place where we had the tiny home, it was right in the middle of town. We met up with some amazing people, and every evening we would meet up for happy hour, and it was called the AA group, Attitude Adjustment, and they are all precious to my heart. So one of them and her husband, only she and I, out of that whole group, only she and I were handwork people that did quilting and cross-stitching, and, you know, it's just the two of us. So we would get excited over it. And she does so much work for the Tucson Quilt Show. And they have some awesome quilt shops in Tucson. So she was traveling up to visit different people along the way, all the way to Washington, and stopped by. They're camped here in the Portland area, and so she contacted me and wanted to meet up at Acorns and Threads, and I was like all about it. So she came yesterday, and Margaret came, and we just sat around and listened to her and talked about what she was doing. She's doing a Jim Shore piece, you know, one of the Santas with all the stuff in it. I collected those Jim Shore Santas, the 3D model for Christmas decoration. But she was actually cross-stitching one of those, and she was so sweet. She goes, I wish we had a shop like Acorns and Threads. Acorns and Threads is pretty amazing. I have to say, I feel so blessed that this is where I landed, because not only is everybody who works in the shop so kind and knowledgeable, but you get there and you just sort of feel like you're laughing with friends. Yeah, you're laughing with friends. So she was quite envious that she didn't have anything like that down in Tucson. And they're heading back to Tucson. But it was so fun seeing her. So that happened this last week, and you know, and then there were other stitch days at Acorns and Threads, which I love. But when I was looking through my pile of stuff, I was going, what have I been up to these days? I can't even keep track of myself. I can't. What? I'm gonna take a drink without a straw, which usually means that I dribble. I actually dribble on myself. So I have to lean forward to drink. But, so when I was trying to clean up the beehive, you know, you know, if I have anybody over to stitch, there's not a surface here, so I have to clean it up a bit. I found this letter that I had saved, and it was from Judith Lopez. I think that's Lopez, yeah. And she is the cross-stitching librarian on Instagram and YouTube. And she sent a absolutely wonderful list of books that she loved. Well, I looked all over Instagram and Facebook, and I couldn't find her. But thank you for the list. I don't even know. Yeah, but I'm excited. I have read half of the books on the list. All the Light You Cannot See. Oh, must read. You must read it. That's so awesome. Yeah. The Help. Dear Hamilton. My Dear Hamilton. The Japanese Lover. Yeah. These are a list of her. So is there one on here that I have not read? I have not read a novel of Zelda Fitzgerald, so I will have to put that on my list. Circling the Sun, and The Boston Girl. So there's some book recommendations. But thank you, Judith. When I was cleaning up, I found my list that I had saved. Yeah. I have been watching some Flosstubes. Not a whole lot because of the Olympics, but I really did enjoy Professor Stitch. She's a history professor, and it appealed to me just because of the fact that when I was in 8th grade, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to major in history and be a lawyer. I even bought law books when I was in 8th grade. That didn't happen. I was kind of an interesting child, let me just say. Yeah, interesting child. But now I'm a subscriber of Professor Stitch. And, you know, I have Stitching with the Sisterlies in my life. And they are a hoot and a half. So when I found the Bougie Sisters, is that how you say that? Bougie Stitchers. Bougie Stitchers, who are sisters. It was fun to watch them. It was really fun. And so I subscribed to that one. And then my long time, I've been following, you know, because it's nice to follow someone on the other side of the world. And so I love Patchy Pony. You know, here I am, I'm sweating in the heat, and we got lots of smoke, and she's all bundled up because it's cold. She's in Tasmania. And so I you know, loved that, you know. And then I have to, you know, I naturally have to check in with Stitchy Witch 42 because what's not to love there? Yeah. So this fall, I'm getting excited. We have Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. Very excited. So many designers going to be there. Not just as the focus of that, but just to come hang out, which is awesome. And it's going to be so fun to see so many people that you maybe only see in person once a year. And life gets busy and you lose track of people, and then you try to find them again, and then you find them at a stitching workshop. It's awesome. And so naturally I jumped on board when the Addict in Mesa released Autumn of Abundance. I mean, it's Beth Twist. I never can get enough of Beth Twist. And her husband, Matt, which means there might be wood things, you know, like this stuff. I don't know. He's a fabulous woodworker. And Teresa Kogut. Yes. Yeah, I want to be her best friend. Yeah, she might not know what hit her. And then there's Linda Lockenschlager. Lottenschlager. I think I said that right. Chessie and me. So it is going to be nothing but a good time. Flying down to Mesa, having a good time, and flying back with Cheryl from Stitching with the Sisterlies. Yeah. And then I have something written down here that I don't even remember what it means. Oh, I know what it means. Just an update in my backyard. There was like an explosion. I mean, it literally made G and I jump up. That's what it sounded like. And we ran out into the backyard because we couldn't figure out what it was. And it turned out that poor little Dove hit the window because he was being chased by a hawk. And so on our bedroom window we have like 2 imprints of a hawk and a dove. But obviously the hawk was okay because he was nowhere to be found. I'm telling you, they are like lethal weapons, those hawks, in hunting the doves. So that was a little bit of an excitement for the day. Okay, oh, I have one more thing. Yeah. I hope you went potty. When I was looking for where that stitch went. Let's see. Can I find it? It's probably down here. Nope. 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 Oh well. Do you ever just wonder about yourself? Do you ever just think, I just set it down? Where could it have gone? I mean, oh, there it is. Excuse me. Brain having a moment. So when I went on to Blackbird Designs freebie site, now mind you, it had something else down here, but I wanted to make an Olympic stitch. I did a deep dive then and looked at other designers that had little freebie charts, and found my next Christmas stitch, because you know every month I do one Christmas ornament stitch, just so I'm not faced with Christmas and suddenly I haven't stitched anything, and then you have this high-speed come apart. But I saw this Valentine stocking on Plum Street Sampler site that could be a Christmas ornament. And so I downloaded it. It's adorable. And I'm going to put the year G and I got married and our initials, and then hang it on the tree with a candy cane in it, or maybe 2, one for each of us. Yeah. And then I found, oh, and on that same site, this is Plum Street Sampler, I downloaded this because it's like you need this all the time. That was freebie. And there's a stocking template on how to make it. And then, I mean, there's so many things out there. There was this love pillow That was a freebie. I miss you pillow. Just lovely little things. So many lovely little things. Oh, and this one by Teresa Kogut, Creative Whims. Create. And then a blackbird design, first offering. It's a little sampler. So it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I saved a whole bunch of money. I mean, I felt like, okay, now I can go shopping because I saved a whole bunch of money. Yeah. So that was very satisfying. Other than that, we are done for today. I am going to be having a interesting time with stitching with the Sisterlies and Stitchy Witch 42. Yes, I am the mature one. Don't tell them I said that. Please use the word acorn in the comments. Acorns, acorn. And hit the subscribe button automatically when you log on. On the 18th, I will draw a winner, and then on the next video after that, I will announce that winner for the $50 gift card. I'm excited for you all. And if nobody claims it, because yes, there have been times when I have given gift cards away and nobody's claimed them, I've decided from now on I'm just going to spend them. Don't tell anyone. Talk to you later. Love you guys.